Hey guys, Andrew Darlington with Veritas Insurance here. A question I get is, how much does workers' comp cost? How do they figure out the premium? And doesn't everyone have the same rate for workers' comp? Some of those, the answer is yes, some of them no. You'll know more in a second, just after this. Okay, so when it comes to pricing for workers' comp in the state of Tennessee, there's mainly two things that do the pricing. Number one is what's called the state loss cost factor. Every workers' compensation class code has a cost of losses associated with that. It's generally per $100 of payroll. So you may have a roofer and the cost of losses for $100 of payroll is $26, we'll say. You may have a plumber and the cost of losses for $100 of payroll is $1.32. So those are generally done by the National Council on Compensation Insurance, or NCCI. I have blogs about that as well. You can look around and see those. And they send to the state, and this is not just limited to Tennessee, there's a lot of other states around here. They send to the state, they say, this is what we've calculated the cost of losses for every different classification for workers' comp. Now, classifications, we'll have another blog about that, and that's the different jobs that people do. There's different rates. There's rates for everything from, your carpentry and your roofing, machine shop. There's about 8 different ones for machine shop, depending on the thickness of the metal you're working with, the type of metal, that type of thing. There's even one for chicken catcher. Yes, there is an actual rate and a class code for chicken catchers. Who knew? But anyway, so you have that. So that is the state loss cost, the cost of losses that's published. Then you have onto that each insurance carrier's loss cost multiplier. So as it says, they multiply whatever their multiplier is times that state loss cost. So for round numbers, if an insurance company has a 1.0 multiplier and the plumbing cost of losses is 1.32, then the rate's going to be 1.32. You have companies that have a 1.5 loss cost multiplier. So I'm not going to do the math there, but if the cost of losses is 2 and it's a 1.5 multiplier, the final rate that insurance company is going to charge is $3 for that classification. The cost of losses is by classification. The multiplier is over all the classifications as a whole. So if they're 20% higher on one classification, they're going to be 20% higher on another one. If they're 20% lower on one, they're going to be 20% lower on the other. You have a range. I think in Tennessee right now, the loss cost multipliers go from about 0.69 to about 2.8, 2.79 or something like that right now. So there's a wide range, because if the rate's $1 and they're at 0.69, that they're charging 69 cents. The company has a 2.78 is charging 2.78. That's a big swing in the pricing. So the next question is, doesn't everybody charge the same rate? No. Based on each company's loss cost multiplier, they're going to charge a different rate. Now they do have to apply it to that state, the state loss cost, but by having a different loss cost multiplier, the rates are going to change. In the past, all the rates were the same in the state, but they are not now. And it's been a long time since they've been the same. The other thing you're going to find is different insurance companies have different loss costs. So you might have an Erie Insurance, and they have Erie Insurance Company in New York, Flagship Insurance Company, Erie Insurance Exchange, and Erie Insurance Company. So I guess that's 4 or 5 different rates. Travelers, they have about 6 or 7. Employers, they have 3. Builders Mutual has 2. So you've got like a Chubb, they have like 3 or 4. So a lot of companies, Nationwide has like 7. So they have different tiers. So the company that they use, even though you might see Nationwide, there's a bunch of different ones inside of that. The company that may use, if you are a retail store, they're going to use one of the lower companies with a lower loss cost multiplier than if you are a roofing contractor. So they still might insure you, but it's going to be a different loss cost multiplier, because they need to get more for the roofers than they are going to get in retrospect for someone that is a retail store clerk or a clerical or working in a bank and that type of thing. So those are the main way. That's the way that it's priced. Now your cost is different, and we talk about that in another blog. But as far as price goes, so that's why you can actually see, pull from the state. You can call me, I can give it to you. You can see all the different rates. It's really interesting going through them and seeing the cost of losses for each class code and the loss cost multipliers. And you can see we've actually gone after, we know who has the highest ones, and we go after those and say, hey, listen, you can do a lot better. If you haven't had 4 deaths and 3 amputations last year, we can probably do a little bit better job for you in your workers' comp, because some agents are lazy and some businesses just don't know any better. And so they're just taking that rate where they can pay half or even 30% less in workers' comp premium if they look around. That being said, the cheapest price is not always the best. You do want someone that knows what they're doing from workers' comp. They're going to do their claims fairly. They're going to help you with safety, and your audits are going to be done fairly as well. You can have the cheapest company in the world, but if they do a bad job on claims and do a bad job on audits, you're going to pay more than the highest rated company, because it's not going to be done right. So if you have questions, let us know. 423-292-4142. You can email us, Andrew at veritasfirm.com. We can do help at veritasfirm.com. You can go to our website, veritasfirm.com, chat with us, and wherever you're watching this video, there's probably some notes and questions, comments you can put in there. Put that in there. We're happy to answer questions. We'd also love the opportunity to earn your business. We do all sorts of insurance, from workers' comp to liability, business insurance, but also home and auto, health insurance, Medicare, all that kind of stuff as well. So if it ends in insurance, call us. We love the opportunity to earn your business. Until next time, thanks and God bless.